Also notice the red marks. The stirrups do a nice job holding things in place. You could walk on it during the day of the pour and nothing's going to move. We have three types of rebar. We have the 3/4 inch, 2 pieces goes in each of these troughs. Then we have the long longitudinal rebar. And then we also have a single rebar on top of the 2 3/4. Being it's not raining, why don't I just get my gloves and start placing these, see what happens. Down in the bottom of the I-beam channel, I'm using 3/4 rebar, and it requires 2 of them per I-beam. This long rebar is part of the 12-inch by 12-inch grid that's going to go in the top 5-inch cap on top of the BuilDeck I-beams. And this is 1/2-inch rebar.
This deck gets its strength to free span a distance by the beam channel design. It allows the greatest strength possible by using the least amount of concrete. The cost savings of using less concrete using this beam channel design will pay for my ICF deck forms in my project, plus the benefit of having 8 inches of insulation built into my Root Cellar roof with a performance value rating of R49.
All right, we now have all the long bars in, but as you can see, I left some of them off to the side and not placing them at a 12-inch spacing. Makes it easier for me to walk, and later on I'll set that in place. Now we'll do the rebar that will be the top of the I-beam that all the stirrups will hang off of. Because it's hot out here. If you're liking what you see so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
Near the end of the video, I show you a very easy to use resource I use to keep me within the code requirements and how I know what rebar size and spacing my project requires.
And now it's time to start getting the stirrups on. The stirrups I'm using are shaped like a letter S. I made all of mine.
You can purchase the stirrups from BuilDeck, or you can do what I did. The engineering manual gives you the dimensions and you can bend them and make them yourself.
I have 180 of them. I'm going to get started with these.
Ultimately, all rebar will be resting on bricks or suspended by stirrups. No rebar is to be in contact with the ICF forms.
So that was 24 stirrups I just got done putting on this one whole I-beam, and that wasn't too bad. But let me show you a couple of tricks. I've learned this when I did the roof for the stairwell. These big rebars are heavy. I have them resting on a 2x4. That allows me to get these on and off a little bit easier. I still also have to pick it up now and then to take it off and put it back on. But it's much easier to have it resting on the 2x4. Also notice the red marks. This is the spacing for mine. See, right now, a lot of the stirrups are loose. So this is the time to get them where you want them, lining them up with the red marks. Then when you raise it up, take the wood out, everything then hangs on the stirrups. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, we're just getting down to the last couple I-beams, putting on the stirrups. The weather's cooperating, and so I'm just going to keep on plugging away. All right, friends, that's enough for me today. I'm glad we got all the stirrups in. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Today's a new day, and we left off yesterday putting all the stirrups in. Today, we're going to put the long bars that are laying on the deck. We're going to get those secured up and tied in place. After we get the long bars in, we got another 8 crossbars going in. These guys right here. Now we have 8 crossbars this way, and that will give us our 12-inch by 12-inch grid. All right, friends, we just finished up wire tying all the crossbars to get our 12-inch by 12-inch grid, and that's all rock solid. Now, my next task is to get these 90-degree tie-in bars. It works well when you lay one of these right along another rebar, and you put that 90 pointing right down the center of the wall and tie wrap it there. All right, now this tie bar ties the deck in with the wall. And so I'll be placing one every 24 inches.
Oh, okay, so they can see what you're talking about. What was the hint?
You see the wood on your side?
Yeah.
It keeps the styrofoam from moving. There's probably enough weight from the rebar now it probably won't move.
Okay.
I could probably take them out. All right, friends, just finished tie wiring up all the rebar. It turned out really well, really strong. As you can see, we got our 12-inch by 12-inch grid all along the top. And then we came in and put our tie-in bars that tie in the deck with the wall. And we put those in every 24 inches. And everything is rock solid. You could walk on it during the day of the pour and nothing's gonna move.
Quantity of 2 number 6 rebar at 10-foot span equals a live load capacity of 512 pounds per square foot. Stirrup reinforcement in beam to be number 3 rebar and only required within 4 feet from each end at 5 inches on center spacing within that 4 feet. Slab reinforcement to be 12-inch by 12-inch grid using number 4 rebar.
We got 7 hours in today, And I tell you, that is hard on the fingers. But it's done, and it looks good, and it's rock solid. Nothing's going anywhere when that concrete starts to splash, and I'm well pleased. Once again, this is Steve from Pure Michigan Living. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.